It's Bravo Echo here. I wanted to do a podcast video message to you on a topic that is critically important. And what I'm going to say may ruffle some of your feathers. And if it does, don't be mad at me. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and maybe reevaluate your position. I want to talk to you about paranoia. Paranoia is in seeing way too many people who claim to be into preparedness who are acting paranoid. And paranoia could be the death of you before the full SHTF actually hits. It's ongoing right now, whether you realize it or not. It's happening. If you don't believe basics of needs. We added wants to it. The basic premise of building your preparedness package. Through books, through, like I said, multiple venues. It is your responsibility to take that information and apply it. We can't do it for you, and we're not going to do it for you. We've tried to help you, but what you do with that information is on you, not on us. Okay? Through 116 Zoom sessions, the 16th will be this week. We started out with the premise of the basic foundation of preparedness: food, water, shelter, security. We've covered medicinal, communications, and many other facets of preparedness. We then spent about 6 months talking about leadership. Why it's important that you learn to become a leader. Some of you may have trouble getting your friends and family to recognize there's a problem and get aboard. You may have to ask your approach, your leadership approach, how you're going about it. But when it all falls apart, someone around you is going to have to be a leader. Hopefully it would be you if you've invested all the time and energy over the years to get in your camp. We've spent several years talking about the psychology. Having all these resources is critically important, but if you don't understand why and the psychology behind it, we've told you repeatedly over and 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 over again. The most important part of all this is you got to understand yourself. You got to know you. Okay? You have to address your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, and your psychological well-being. And the paranoia falls into the camp of your psychological well-being, which then questions your spiritual well-being. And if you shy away from your spiritual well-being and you don't keep your psychological well-being strengthened, your physical well-being is going to crash. Alright? The more time goes on, it's going to wear and wear and wear on you to the point you start having health problems. And potentially, eventually, you're going to be sick. And then you're going to have major problems. As time goes forward and the harness continues to tighten around us, the quicksand is moving in around our feet as I'm speaking. It has for probably a year or more. If you don't recognize these things, you're going to wake up and find yourself in a position to where none of your efforts are going to matter, because you're going to be flat on your back dealing with health and medical issues, because the paranoia is destroying you. Now, out of fairness, I've given a lot of thought to the fact, and it's been one of the hurdles that I have had to overcome in doing Hope for Survival. Is oftentimes I have to step back and think of how I'm approaching things, because having 20 years of prior military and 8 to 10 years working in special operations and working and planning with special forces, a large degree of that, it's a large factor in skills and just repetitive training over and over and over and over again that many of you don't much easier to just send a text or send a message or an email on it. There's a difference between reaching out and asking questions to confirm what it is you think and what it is you've read, and you might want a verification on how you're processing it. That's a lot different than simply reading it, getting terrified, and sending an email to someone, in this case me, sending an email and asking if it's true. In most cases, the only way that I know it's true is I either know or I don't know. I have to speculate, or based on my own time researching it, I have to do analysis on it to determine what is the likelihood. Does it fit into the goals? Does it fit into what is believed to be an agenda? Okay? When you're on your own, I'm not saying this to be cruel, I'm just being honest. When you're on your own and you have no one else, you're going to have to make these decisions on your own. So it's better to learn now while you have access to information than when information is no longer there, or it's restricted, or you cannot access it, and you're just going to have to make a gut feeling decision and go with it. And we talked about this for several years, and people are still ignoring it. You know? Why do it when someone else can do it for me? Well, if I do it for you, I'm doing a disservice to you. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. I'm doing a disservice to you because I'm doing it for you, versus you doing it, trying to figure it out, and coming to your own conclusion. That is part of why the whole Hope for Survival signal assessments, vulnerabilities, threat mitigation, building teams, building communities. We've even gone as far as talking about identifying incredible information, weeding through it. Some things may not apply today, but you need to file them away, just like I've shared with you, Vestas and I. Much of what we're seeing today, we read about and pieced it together 10, 12 years ago. like. If you have a comment, question, or information, please leave it. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience. The last several videos that I've been driving, it's just a part of life on my end the last month, and hopefully it slows down pretty soon. But keep on preparing. Come visit our website at www.hopeforsurvival.com, or you can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bravo Echo out. Thank you for checking out the Hope for Survival YouTube channel. If you are new to Hope for Survival, you can check out our books at our webpage. Book 1, which is Hope for Survival, Getting You Prepared for Disasters, and Book 2, Hope for Survival, The Mindset, are both available for order on the website. We also offer the Hope for Survival football stick, which is a memory stick set up as a digital filing cabinet with files already loaded on there for you to digitally copy items such as deeds, auto transcript for ownership, wills, living wills, loans, banking information, items that if your home burned down or you had some form of a disaster, you could have all your important papers already digitally filed on this stick. All you do is simply drag the digital file into the appropriate preset folder so that you'll have it in the event of a disaster. You have to flee your home in a hurry, or also if you're away from home and you need critical information that's personal. If you have your memory stick with you, you can put it in your computer and pull that information up wherever you may be. Again, you can find these items to order at our website, https www.hopeforsurvival.com, or you can email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com, and I will try to help you out. Again, thanks for checking out the Hope for Survival YouTube channel. Hope to see you again.